Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video. Today's speed build is Oasis Springs again. So this is the final video in the Oasis Springs kind of save file builds that I'm doing. So this one is a starter home as well. So I did build 2 starter homes. If you want to watch the first one, this is 2 out of 2. If you do want to watch the first one, it will be in the link down below if you want to go check it out. I kind of didn't really know exactly what I was going to do with this starter home because I just built the other starter home. I kind of was still stuck in that sort of headspace of what I had planned for that one, that I didn't really know what I wanted to do with this starter home. So this isn't the first build, this first build for this starter home. I had built like 3 other versions. I didn't include them just because it's going to take up time unnecessarily, because I didn't end up doing it I didn't finish them. I kind of just built them, the exterior of them. I had a few ideas of what I wanted to do, but then, I don't know, I felt like it wasn't kind of the vibe that I was going for this save file, which is obviously a modern take on Oasis Springs, but it was also not really practical, I guess. It just, I don't know, it didn't fit the vibe. I wasn't feeling it. I didn't want to do it, so I just took it out completely. This save file, I keep saying save file. This starter home is 2 bedroom and 1 bathroom, so you can fit up to 3 Sims if you have a couple or you have some family that don't mind sleeping in the same bed as each other. Then this house can fit up to 3 Sims, and it turned out to be like one of my favorite starter homes that I've done. It's more simple. I think maybe the first one that I did, the first starter home in Oasis Springs, which was the one I just did before, I think that one was maybe one of my favorites, but this one is also one of my favorites. I love starter homes, not because they're easy to build, and I feel like sometimes I don't have the time or the luxury to kind of build really big houses, but I like the simplicity of it. Because of the fact that it's a starter home, you don't have the luxury to furnish it to your heart's content. I do tend to stay on the more simpler side of things. Like, I don't like to overclutter things. I don't like playing in houses that are too overly cluttered, just because all of the stuff, not all of the things that when you play the games, some things sort of fade away into like nothing, so you can see past them, like columns and doors and walls and stuff like that. There's a lot of clutter items that don't do that, and it annoys me when I'm playing The Sims. So I choose not to do too much clutter, when I'm building, just for that main reason. And the one other reason why I do like to stick to restricted builds, restricted money builds, I guess, is just because I have a main goal, and I have to be a bit more creative with the space that I have. I have to be a bit more creative with the items that I can use for it. I do have all of the packs, including my first pet stuff. I ended up having to get it because a few of my builders that are in this save file do have that, and if they did use it, I didn't want any items or their houses to be compromised by that. So because of the fact that I am hosting this whole save file, I didn't want anyone's builds to be incomplete because I just didn't have one of the packs that they had. Some of them do have YouTube channels, and they will be doing tours as well. I'll leave links in the description box of the actual tour of the save file and all of their channels, if they do have channels, because every single one of them does, and all of their EA IDs, should I say. So if you want to go check them out because you just love their build that they did, then by all means check the description box of that video. It won't be in this video because this isn't the tour video. This is just the video of me doing one of my builds. It is also in a playlist. So all of the Oasis Springs, like I'm calling it a Modern Oasis, even though I didn't, for some reason I tried to download this, it's kind of like an application, I don't know what you would call it, or like a tool of some sort where you can mod the Sims for, and you can change the the world names. But for some reason, my computer just wouldn't install it properly and wouldn't make it work. My computer isn't the best computer in the world. It's just whatever I can sort of get my hands on. At the moment, it is a secondhand sort of custom built, but it's not like really, really expensive. It's the most amount that I could afford at the time. And it's a really good computer. I'm not saying that it's not a good computer at all, but it has its limitations. So I guess I just have to work with what I've got at the moment. I am back to full-time work as well, so hopefully I should be able to start upgrading some parts in it to make it run a little bit faster, a little bit smoother. I also hope to get my camera working, because my camera... I've just been having the worst week with filming. I also filmed a whole save file, which I don't know when these videos are all going to be uploaded. I don't know what kind of schedule I have planned for it just yet. I'm just at the moment recording all of the voiceovers at once. That's just the way that I like to do things. I like to bulk build and then bulk edit and then bulk everything. I just like to do everything in its order so that I'm not fluffing around too much and I have things ready to go when I need them to be, so that I don't fall behind. I mean, I end up falling behind sometimes, but you know, it's a little bit unavoidable these days, especially in the time that we are in, because you know, we're in a pandemic at the moment. Although a lot of it has started to clear up, and especially where I live, we're actually really, really lucky where I live, because we don't have many cases left, and everyone's kind of gone back to work, and restaurants and stuff like that are starting to open up. So it is for the best that we all kind of go back to normal. But because I'm going back to normal, I started this channel when I was in isolation, but I'm no longer in isolation, so I just gotta kind of work with what I've got, and I got to work with the time that I have, which does sometimes mean that I have to sacrifice my social life a little bit. But to be honest, I didn't really have a social life even before isolation. Doing isolation was easy for me because I already did that in the real world. The only thing that changed for me really was the fact that I just wasn't going to work, basically, and that's about it. But anyway, back to this speed build. I also didn't have, I think this one it was a little bit more expensive than the other one, but I only think that's because it's a 2-bedroom instead of a 1-bedroom. Like the other starter home was just a 1-bedroom, but I think I ended up changing it around a little bit and making it just a little bit cheaper. I think it might have actually been a little bit less expensive than the first one. I can't really remember. There isn't any paintings around, so if you do end up using this as a starter home, it's probably one of the first things you'll probably do is add in some paintings and stuff like that, and some curtains. I always forget curtains when I'm doing speed builds and stuff like that. Well, not speed builds, when I'm building houses, and especially starter homes, obviously, because they're so expensive. I can't justify paying 150 simoleons for a picture. At least not in The Sims anyway. So I ended up using some live edit objects to kind of put some plants around in the house, just to make it look a little bit more alive and a little bit more lived in, I guess. A little bit more modern. There you go. There's something to add to that one. But anyway, I'm gonna be quiet now and let you enjoy the rest of the speed build. I don't think there's much left in it anyway. I think there's about like 2 minutes left, but I just play around with a bit of landscaping out the front. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I surely did enjoy doing all of the Oasis Spring builds. Don't forget to check out the Oasis Springs tour video that will be coming out soon, or if it's not out already, then it will be soon. It just depends on when I can get it in my schedule. I do need to have it out by the 8th of June. So if you're watching this and it's after the 8th of June, then have a look in the description box down below. It might be in there somewhere. This is also part of a playlist. So have a look in the playlist if you want to see it somewhere. I don't know exactly where it is. I haven't uploaded it yet. I haven't even filmed it yet, to be honest, but I've still got quite a few days and I have another day off before it needs to be up. I still have a bit of things to do in that save file, so it won't be up until the 8th. So keep an eye out for that. If you haven't subscribed already, then please do so. It does help me out a ton, helps out my channel, helps out me. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up as well. That also helps. If you don't want to subscribe, just a little thumbs up would be great. Anyway, guys, I will talk to you all in the next video. I think I will start some of the save files that I'm doing because I just love save files and everything that they're about. So I will talk more about that in the next video. Bye.